Kay. Thank you for joining me today. How's it going?
Oh, it's great. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm always happy to talk about Reiki.
Ah, I'm so happy that you decided to connect with me and share your story of how you became a Reiki master. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure, sure. I'm uh, almost retirement age, so I've been doing all kinds of alternative healing for a long time. Um, I was a paralegal, and then I've had so many different careers. But the thing that got me into Reiki, kind of in the backdoor way, is I'm a harpist. I became a harpist when I was 32. And over the course of my development as a harpist and a sound therapist, I learned about the healing power of sound and music, of course, and then energy, and it all sort of came together. And then Reiki, I was living in Nevada, and I opened a metaphysical store where I also did sound therapy, and I taught the harp there. And a lady came in, she was a Reiki Master teacher. And we got talking. Now, this is in 2000, so it's quite a long time ago.
Okay.
But we got talking, and she was telling me about all about it. So I went to her farm where she taught Reiki, and I did the first level with her. And then my business got really, really busy, and I just focused on that. Fast forward 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And I moved to Canada, back to Canada. I'm Canadian. I moved back to Canada and started exploring more of the healing modalities. I began doing vibroacoustic therapy again and harp therapy. And Reiki just kept coming up. One of my harpist students was a Reiki master, and one thing led to another, and I became a Reiki. Now, I did take another class with her, but I actually ended up getting my certificate online just because that was the way it worked out for me.
Sure.
And so that was about 5.5 years ago. But the interesting part of the Reiki, the reason I felt that I could even go there was when I was in Nevada, I also hosted a television program, and we had guests who came on to talk about alternative healing and Wicca and many things that were to do with our store. One of the gentlemen, Michael Stellatano, who came on the show, was an energy healer. He called himself a healing hands is what he did. He wasn't Reiki trained or anything, but he taught me how to do that, how to gather the energy, and I started working on people and doing shoulders. And then, so when this customer came in, the whole thing just sort of snowballed. And I realized that that was one of the things I needed to do. So that's what I've been doing. I've added it to my other modalities. And now, as a brain health coach, I often suggest to people, that they might want to explore it for their healing, for their own work, to do themselves. So, yeah.
That's amazing. That is so amazing. So, what led you to Reiki in the first place?
I think it was probably Michael's talk about it. I mean, I knew of Reiki before, but it was his actual doing the healing hands work with
Yeah.
me that clued me into the power of the energy, how we could collect the energy. In his case, it was like collecting a ball of energy and applying it that way. And then when I spoke to someone who was a Reiki master, then I kind of, okay, so that's probably why that works. It kind of led me to understanding how that could work.
Definitely, definitely. Would you say that you learn most about yourself through the Reiki journey?
Mm. Yeah, that I have a lot more connection to source than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Especially in my line of work. When I first started, I was a paralegal and I did many other things. I was in Hollywood and I did other things, which kind of separates you from your inner being. So the Reiki journey really connected me back to who the power that we all have, right?
Right.
Just it let me feel that again, I guess, is probably a better description than anything.
Great. And so you're currently practicing Reiki with your Brain Health Matters program?
I don't really practice it on the brain health clients. That's not part of the standard treatment.
Okay.
Most of what I do is about exercise, diet, that sort of thing. But
Okay.
I do encourage, there are a lot of people who have brain health issues who have other issues, because it's all intertwined. So when they come to me and they have, say, an inflammatory disease, an autoimmune disease like rheumatoid arthritis or something like that, then we talk about it. And I sometimes do distance Reiki because most of my clients are online. Sometimes I'll do distance Reiki, but I also will call on somebody I might know in their area and suggest that they go and talk. And a lot of my because I train people in sound therapy, vibroacoustic therapy, many of my graduates are also Reiki masters. So I'm able to connect people that way.
That's amazing. Great. What would you recommend to any upcoming Reiki masters? What advice would you give them?
Don't get too caught up in ceremony or rules, because it's energy, and don't limit yourself. We can't make unfounded claims. We can't claim to heal people. We can't do any of those things. That's just smart business and smart therapy. But to somebody, I would say, don't get all caught up in, oh, my hand position's just right. Am I doing this symbols just right? Because bottom line, yes, those are ways for us to focus our energy to pull in the Reiki power, but that's not where it really is. It's everywhere. You're just helping guide it. So don't get caught up in rules and regulations.
Great, great advice, Kate. Thank you so much. And if people would like to connect to you, get in contact with you, how can they find you?
Easiest way is just my website is katekunkel.com, KateKunkel.com, katekunkel.com. There's all kinds of contact information. You'll see my links to Facebook and Twitter and everything there. And yeah, I have contact forms if anybody ever wants to just chat. I've got even a 30-minute consultation you can use for anything, whether it's brain health or anything else, doesn't matter. It's right there.
Great. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of your time today to connect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Oh,
Good
my
connecting
pleasure.
with you. Thank you,
Good
Kate.
connecting with you. Thanks.